What's up guys, Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and I am here to talk about this. The clickbaity kind of thumbnail was on purpose, but essentially a secret, not well advertised Elderwood Academy gaming product. If you know me, you know that I'm big fans of Elderwood Academy. Those guys are great. Quentin and Dan, I love you both. So I am a big fan of everything they produce, and I've been doing videos for almost all of their stuff. You can see stuff here on the channel for spell books and hex chests and so on and so forth. So if you're familiar with them, you know they produce this super awesome product called a Codex. Looks like this. It's twistable here, and it's a dice tower, right? So it's really cool, customizable. You can go pick them up on their website. And it's designed with an open end here on the front, and it's this twistable spot on the bottom, and you can kind of see here that it's open, right? So you can drop your dice down. And the reason that it was designed to be open was that the scroll, which is this is their nice leather customizable dice rolling tray, is that this can fold up and go inside here, and you turn this on the bottom, you know, from open to close so that you don't lose it. And you can put your dice in the top and then carry your dice tray, and your dice tower all in one. And as you watch my review when I went over this, I had one complaint. And that was one of the main things people love about dice towers is they have that auditory feel, that sensation of the clickety-clack of the dice going down the tower. You have that of the dice coming down, and it sounds nice, and you like having that, to the point where my buddy Sean, who plays in a lot of my games, has one that his mom got for him, but the baffles in the inside were felt lined, so it's lessened the, you know, the dice battering down the baffles in the inside, so it's a little softened. And that was my only complaint about the Codex. Now, they did include this little flapper piece that connects with a magnet, so it sits on there and it's magnetic. And I had originally said in my video it would be great if they had one of these further inside, so that would fold down with the Codex, so that when you drop the dice in, you'd have that click-clack sound. And this is basically just a click, right? So if we go ahead and put a die in here and we'll roll it, we'll see what happens. We'll come over here to the cam where you can actually see what's going on. So here's our dice tower in our dice tray. And it has a little bit, but if you look, you're basically dropping the die straight down the top. And if you have this baffle or this little flapper here piece removed, you're essentially dropping the die and you're going down a straight tube and coming out the bottom. So the only thing you hit is this little ramp on the bottom, and that's what you get. And that's cool, and it works, and it's definitely a statement piece, if nothing else. You can roll up to the table with one of these bad boys, people are like, oh shit, what the hell is that? So that brings me to this. The secret product from Elderwood Academy. Which I don't know when they came up with the design exactly for this, but this, I'm sure as you can imagine, take this, you insert this right in the top of your dice tower, and now let's listen. There's our click-clack. So now you've got, rather than 1 to none, you have, coming down off the first one, 1 baffle, 2 baffles, 3 baffles, and then out. So this piece slides right in the top of your dice tower. And you go ahead, and again, now you can see down in there, there's the baffles, and we get the sound that we wanted to hear. The nice auditory sound. We can get rid of the dice rolling tray and do it here on the table. And don't worry, I didn't break it. This is collapsible. So we'll fold up our scroll and roll it out of the way. And there you go. So I am a huge fan of this because it really comes down to you as a player and a consumer. And I'll ask this because I want to hear your guys' feedback. And Quentin and Dan do watch these videos, and we talk pretty regularly. So what do you guys think? Right? I think that this is a great investment. My only complaint, though, is it may prove to not be. As we can see, this is some nice laser cut wood, but if you take a look right here, there's a little crack here. And this is kind of, you can kind of see that this is starting to come loose a little bit. So I don't know if this is just, and that may not have been, I actually don't think that's them. I think that's me from throwing this around my bag, because I carried this around with me at Gen Con, and then it came all the way home with me from Gen Con. Then it moved from one house to a new house. So this probably just got damaged over time. But my only thing that I may warn you about, and this may or may not be the case, is since this is a relatively thin wood, using your metal dice through this may not have the same shelf life, but we ran this plastic one through a bunch. Let's try, we've got our Paladin role-playing dice right here. I mean, it seems to be okay. So I think it'll be just fine, but back to my original point, what do you guys think about this? Do you prefer to have the open concept of the Codex so that you can take your rolled up scroll and slide it in, close the bottom, put your dice in the lid, and then go ahead and carry, put that on here. Now your die is inside there, your rolling tray is inside there, and then it is still surface, and then you basically carry this around with you if you wanted it. Or do you find that you're not a huge fan of the rolling tray going inside, or you don't necessarily need the rolling tray at all, and you just like the tower? And if that's the case, maybe you're in the same boat as me, as you think that this is great. But I am curious. This is purchasable, by the way, on the Elderwood Academy website, so if you have a Codex and you want to get one of these, you can go pick one of those up, and we will go to the website in just a sec and pull that up so you guys can see. But I'm curious. What do you guys think? Are you going to be picking up one of these for your Codex? Did this make the change for you? Did this, were you one of those people who are like, I like the baffles and this product doesn't have it, but now that this exists, I want to go get it. So I am curious what you guys think about that. And any other thoughts you have about it. Because in my mind, if this was perhaps set up in such a way that this could also be attached with magnets or was like collapsible or something, then it could also slide in here. And if you wanted to have both the baffles and the rolling tray, then you could have the best of both worlds. But if we go ahead over here, oops, you can see Codex Baffle Insert, $7 right here on the Elderwood Academy website. There'll be a link to this in the description. And here we have, want a little more plunk in your Codex? These removable inserts are precision cut and assembled out of hard maple to add some baffle magic to apply to any of our Codex dice towers. Installation is simple, just pop the cap off, insert, and roll away. So, again, as I stated, this is a huge benefit for me. And I personally, I love my spellbook, my Elderwood Academy spellbook. So and I don't think it's immediately in front of me here. So, but I love that. So personally, the dice rolling tray, the scroll I don't get a lot of use out of that because I roll in my spellbook. But now I can take this out, my scroll, and bring this around, and I can just I should probably actually twist it so that it's set up, but I can put this in my spellbook with the baffles and roll it that way, and then that way I have exactly what I need, and that actually works a lot better for me, so you're going to see a lot more of the dice tower action during the various streams that I have. So, but again, sorry I'm kind of running this a little long here, but let me know what you guys think. Are you going to pick this up? Did this change your mind on this product in the first place? Did it make you now want to go get one? What are your thoughts? And if you have ideas or concepts for an improvement or an alteration to any of this, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.